Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer on Hugging Face transformers. This is the library that has literally revolutionized how we access state-of-the-art AI. If you've been following the crazy rapid evolution of the modern AI landscape, you probably know the underlying technology can seem overwhelmingly complex. But today, we're going to unpack exactly how this specific platform has completely democratized access to the exact large language models powering today's biggest tools.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the deep learning shift, look inside transformer architectures, explain pipelines and tokenization, explore the Model Hub ecosystem, discuss fine-tuning for your needs, and then wrap it all up with developer best practices.
Section 1. The deep learning shift, going from a blank slate to massive scale. So instead of the absolutely grueling work of building from scratch, like we historically had to do with PyTorch and TensorFlow, Hugging Face gives you a totally new way of working. The old way, well, that meant starting from a completely blank slate, manually assembling individual layers yourself, and absorbing these massive computational costs just to get a working model. Hugging Face, on the other hand, gives you direct, immediate access to enormous, incredibly powerful models that other researchers have already paid the price to train. You get all that immediate power without the massive computational cost. It's a total game changer.
Moving on to Section 2, Inside Transformer Architectures, the engine behind modern AI.
To really appreciate what we're working with here, we've got to look back at a super influential 2017 Google research paper that first introduced this architecture. The defining innovation of the transformer was this concept called the attention mechanism. Basically, this allows a model to intelligently figure out exactly which specific parts of its overall input are most relevant when processing a new piece of information. This right here is the secret sauce underlying ChatGPT, Claude, and frankly, most modern vision and audio models today.
And this perfectly illustrates how attention actually plays out in the real world. Rather than rigidly processing words in a strict order, one at a time in total isolation, the attention mechanism allows the model to look at a whole sentence and connect the dots. It intrinsically understands that a pronoun like it refers back to a specific noun mentioned earlier. It effectively allows the model to properly understand meaningful context and complex relationships across an entire sequence.
Okay, Section 3, Pipelines and Tokenization Explained. This is really the magic trick of the interface.
What's literally wild here is just how remarkably little code it takes to actually use these powerful models. Hugging Face uses this brilliant concept called a pipeline. Once you've got the library installed, just 3 simple lines of Python execute 4 complex steps. You just call the pipeline function, and right behind the scenes, it automatically downloads a highly suited pre-trained model. It then runs your raw input text directly through that model, and boom, it returns a clear, useful result. You can perform highly sophisticated tasks, like sentiment analysis, entirely behind the scenes, without writing any low-level neural network code. But hey, we do have to clear one major technical hurdle here. Neural networks fundamentally operate on numerical tensors, essentially these complex grids of numbers. They don't operate on raw, everyday text, and that is exactly where tokenization comes in. The tokenizer breaks your input down into much smaller pieces called tokens. These might be whole words or just parts of words. Then it converts each token into a corresponding numerical identifier. Hugging Face's AutoTokenizer class handles this whole shebang entirely automatically, perfectly matching your text to the exact numerical format the model originally expected during its training.
Let's hit Section 4. The Model Hub ecosystem, a collaborative, central community.
The sheer scale of supported tasks here is honestly staggering. While we so often just think of text generation for chatbots, these models do so much more. They can perform precise question answering, instantly extract facts from giant documents, and handle named entity recognition, which is automatically tagging people, organizations, and locations in text. And it doesn't even stop at language. This ecosystem extends all the way into audio processing and computer vision. The best part, all of these are entirely accessible through that exact same simple pipeline interface we just talked about.
All of this incredible activity centers around their actual website, the Model Hub. Over at huggingface.co, you can browse literally hundreds of thousands of individual pre-trained models, and it is a completely open ecosystem. These models are shared by independent developers, university researchers, and the major AI heavyweights. Every single model comes with its own dedicated page, detailing exactly what it does, its training data, and how to use it. That's exactly why Hugging Face is universally recognized as the central foundational hub of the entire AI community.
Section 5, Fine-Tuning for Your Needs, or how to specialize these massive models.
So, what if that out-of-the-box model isn't exactly what you need? Let's look at a highly realistic professional scenario to make this concrete.
Imagine your goal is to build an app that categorizes incoming customer support tickets by topic and urgency. You absolutely want to avoid spending months collecting massive datasets and building a neural network from scratch, right? Instead, the elegant solution is to just download an existing pre-trained model from the hub. Then, you use Hugging Face's dedicated trainer class to fine-tune it. By fine-tuning, you take the model's substantial general knowledge and specialize it for your own specific professional reality, using just a small set of your own labeled tickets. It requires dramatically less data and way less compute power.
Now, for the folks who need absolute control, it's really important to know what's happening under the hood. While that pipeline interface conveniently hides the complexity, these Hugging Face models are actually built directly using PyTorch or TensorFlow frameworks underneath. This means if you ever need to, you can easily strip away the abstraction and access the underlying structure whenever you need fine-grained, precise control over your model's architecture or training loops.
Which brings us to Section 6, Developer Best Practices. Let's work smarter with AI.
If you're actually building with these tools, definitely keep these 3 golden rules in mind. First, always start with a simple pipeline interface to prototype quickly. Prove your concept before you start writing custom code. Second, thoroughly browse the Hugging Face Model Hub before assuming you need to build from scratch. There is a very high likelihood someone has already published a suitable model that serves as a perfect starting point. And finally, when you do fine-tune, always start with a comparatively smaller, more efficient pre-trained model first. Starting small is going to save you immense computational power, let you iterate faster, and honestly, it will still provide exceptionally strong performance for most common real-world tasks.
So we've seen how Hugging Face completely democratizes access to incredible AI power, literally giving you a state-of-the-art brain in just a few lines of code. But that leaves us with one massive lingering question. Now that you have this incredibly powerful model, how do you actually build a complete application around it? How do you connect it to your external databases or string together complex multi-step workflows? Well, in our next explainer, we are covering exactly that. We'll be breaking down LangChain, the absolute premier framework for connecting these large language models directly to external data and tools. It is the essential next step in building real AI apps, so make sure you are subscribed, ponder how you'd use these tools in your own workflows, and I will see you in the next explainer.